Hi everyone, I'm Sian Pascal, I'm from the Light Collective, and today what we'll be doing is a short yoga practice which is perfect if you're working. So if you're finding yourself now, you're at your computer or you're on your phone, then my invitation is if you've got work stuff in front of you, if you've got papers or things that when you look at will start to kind of activate that thinking or stressful mind, take a moment now to clear your desk. So if you have anything that you don't need, or if you're working on a computer, maybe you can even turn your phone on silent, place it down. When we do this, we start to kind of create a space where we're saying to ourselves, you know what, I'm taking the next 20 minutes for me. Once you've done that, I'm going to invite you to come to a standing position. And close the eyes down for a moment. Bring the hands to rest by your side. Draw the shoulders back. And when you close your eyes down, I'd like you to start to deepen your breath. So take a full deep breath in the nose. And then open the mouth, exhale, release. Great. Do that again. Full deep breath in the nose. Fill up high into your chest, then hold the breath at the top as if you're gathering up all of that working day, that stress, that sitting at the computer. Open your mouth, exhale, release, good. One more round, eyes closed, full deep breath. Fill up your entire being, inhale it, hold it at the top. Let that breath gather up your week, all of your thoughts, the emotions, the drama of your life. Open up your mouth, exhale, release, and let it go. And come back into a full, deep breath. Maybe it's a little deeper than it was before. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, you can either take the hands onto the heart, maybe left palm on the heart, right hand on top, or even in Namaste. And tune in to the breath at the heart space and gently tuck the chin. And while you're here, take a moment to remember your intention, why you are doing this for yourself. Perhaps it is to find some peace in a stressful day. Maybe it's to create some healthy habits. Just tune into that. Make it clear in your mind's eye. And then release the hands. Bring them by the sides, feet a hip width. You can open your eyes now. Take the right ear to the right shoulder and we'll take gentle neck rolls, dropping the head back and around. It can even be really nice as you do this to close the eyes down and really breathe deeply into the neck. We tend to store a lot of tension and stress in the neck and shoulders, and just a simple exercise like neck rolls can allow you to release this tension, but also become aware of how you're holding it. Now, if there is any space where it feels particularly tight or sticky, just stay here, stretch it out, take a deep breath into this space. And imagine that breath is starting to release that area. Exhale, let it go. Bring the head all the way back up to center. And then take the left ear to the left shoulder, drop the head back and around. Moving in the opposite direction, close the eyes down. Feel into the neck, feel into the shoulders. The throat center is also a very important space for speaking courageously, finding our truth and expressing ourselves creatively at an energetic level. So if you find that this is part of your work, if you need to be able to express yourself during the day, opening up through the throat center is a beautiful way for us to do that at an energetic level. Let's bring the head all the way back up. Take a full deep breath in the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Now we're going to take the arms up, a little bit more dynamic. This time feet slightly wider, perhaps bend the knees a little. Take the arms at cactus if you like. tips of the thumbs and forefingers to touch. I have Jin doing this with me in the background, and it's great to watch. So we're inhaling to the left, exhaling to the right, and starting to open up through the spine. Now, this is particularly effective if you have a kimono like me, because it creates a really kind of fabulous swirling look. But otherwise, inhale left, exhale right. And you can start to really push the breath here and draw the elbows as far back behind as possible. This is quite an energetic practice. Inhale left, exhale right. We'll do it for 3, 2, slow it down, 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hold the inhalation at the top. Exhale the hands down to the heart space. Good. Draw the feet in now a little bit. Continue to bend the knees, and it's a gentle tuck of the tailbone underneath. We're taking the arms up, grabbing a hold of the left wrist. Inhale, reach the wrist up towards the ceiling. Exhale over to the right side. Stretch through the whole left side of the body. One more breath in here. Exhale, deepen into it. Inhale, rise all the way up. Swapping hands now. Left hand grabs a hold of the right wrist. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, over to the left side, stretching through the whole right side of the body. Another full breath here. In, out, deepen. Inhale all the way up to center. Now let's take the hands pistol grip. So like this. And we're going to inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, push the hips forward and open up through the heart space. This is a really good one if you're sitting over a desk for a lot of the time. Watch the lower back. See if you can tuck the tailbone under and focus on lifting up at the heart, stretching through the shoulders. Exhale all the way up. Interlace the palms now behind the head, and we're stretching through the back of the neck. So I'd like you to bring the chin towards the chest. Stretch deeply. You might want to move from side to side here. I find that sitting at a desk or sitting at my phone a lot, there is this action that creates tension through the whole back of my neck. From left to right, I like to move my head from side to side. Continue to do this now. Start to bend the knees and bring it down a little further. And see if you can create a stretch that comes through the thoracic part of the spine between the shoulder blades. Deepen into it a little more. Bend the knees and come all the way down. Belly draws onto the knees as you fold forward here. Then release the hands down and maybe start to straighten out through the legs. Now, if this is too much for you, hands can rest on the shins. Maybe the knees are slightly bent, but I'd just like you to release and stretch up through the whole back line of the body. Release the hands down, maybe bring them into the elbows and shake the head a big yes and a big no. And while you're here, stay down. Imagine and feel as though whatever is going on in your head right now, all of your to-do lists, your worries or your concerns, you can feel them almost falling out of the crown of the head and releasing completely. Take another breath here. And then slowly release the hands and roll all the way up to standing. So from here, we're interlacing the hands behind the back. Press the palms together. Inhale, lift up through the chest, engage the legs, draw the palms away from the body, and then exhale, start to fold forward. Now, if you can, you're drawing the palms as far overhead as possible. If you need to bend the knees, you can. If this feels really, really hard, then you can grab a hold of the wrists and pull it forward. Do whatever you can. This is not about looking like a yoga instructor. This is about you opening up through your shoulders. Take one more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the hands down. We come down now, fingertips down on the mat. Let's step the left foot back, drop down onto the knee, and take a moment here to drop into that front knee and stretch into the hip flexor. Maybe close the eyes down for a moment and notice what's going on here in your legs. Take one more breath, feel into it, deepen as much as you can, and then lift the torso to upright. We'll reach the arms up. This time, right hand grabs a hold of left wrist. Reach it up and we stretch across to the right side. So the stretch is now coming through the whole left side of the body, all the way down through the hip and into the thigh. Take one more breath here. Inhale to center. Lower the hands down. Tuck the back toes under. Just one downward dog here. Inverted V shape. It doesn't matter if you don't have a mat. I purposely didn't bring a mat so that we can do it together. Maybe it's in your office space. Now step the left foot forward. Drop down onto the right knee, and we do this again on the opposite side. So feel into the hips. Drop as deeply as you can. Even close the eyes down for a moment. On your next inhale, come up to center. Reach the arms up. This time grab a hold of the right wrist. Stretch over to the left side, stretching through the whole right side of the body, all the way into the hip. One more breath in. And as you exhale, release, come all the way up. Bring the hands to the inside of that left foot. Tuck the right toes under. And we come into a wide-legged forward fold. So if that means bending the knees, that's fine. I want you to drop the head down. If you can straighten out through the legs, do that. 2 more breaths here. And then bend the knees and roll up to standing. So that's it. In just 5 to 7 minutes, we've moved and stretched through the whole body. Now we're going to do quite an active breath exercise. This is called Woodchopper, and this is a great way to waken yourself up. Sometimes being in front of the computer, it's as though all my energy is kind of drained out of me. Now, if you're somewhere public, maybe you can skip this if it feels too much for you. But if you're at home, then join in with me. We're going to raise the arms up, pistol grip the fingers. I'm going to demonstrate this breath. So the feet are quite wide. Again, the tailbone tucks under. We'll be inhaling in the nose. And as we exhale, we'll sweep the hands through the legs with a bit of momentum and force the breath out of the mouth. So it looks like this. We'll do that 10 times and then inhale, hold the inhalation at the top. If you feel dizzy at all during this, then really take it easy. After that, we'll exhale, release the hands out and down to the sides. So let's begin. Reach the arms up, full breath in. Two more. Inhale. Hold the inhalation. Maybe close the eyes, draw the tailbone down, lift on the pelvic floor, tuck the chin, and then exhale, release the hands down by the sides. Maybe close the eyes down. And take some full deep breaths here. And with the eyes closed, I'd like you to sense the shift. You can feel it. It feels like a tingling sensation through your whole body. And this is an invitation for you to become completely present. So keep the eyes closed, but walk the feet in a little. And we'll take a standing meditation now. So with your eyes closed, feel into all of the sensations in your body. Noticing tingling, noticing movement of energy, the rise and fall of your breath in the chest and in the belly. Feel the sensation of clothing on your skin. Maybe the sensation of air as it moves over the hair on your arms, your legs, on your face. And then release from focusing on the sensations in the body And with eyes closed, bring your awareness into the ears. And simply notice all of the sounds around you. Searching for the farthest sound. And then the closest sound. And rather than becoming attached to any one sound, move from one sound to the next. Now release from hearing and bring your awareness into the mouth. And with eyes closed, simply feel into the tastes and sensations in the mouth. Noticing any lingering tastes. All of your awareness in the mouth. Now release from tastes and bring your awareness into the nostrils. And simply notice, welcome aroma and breath into the nostrils. Becoming wholly aware of every scent. Now release from the sense of smell and bring your awareness into the closed eyes. That space behind the closed eyes is known as Chittakash, that dark space. I'd like you to search that space. Notice any lights or colors. And then start to really soften the eyes. It's as though the eyes are beginning to draw back into the skull. And as you do this, you almost can sense that conscious awareness, that thinking mind, drawing back. And notice yourself standing here as a whole. How in just 15 minutes everything feels like it's shifted. How your body feels, how your mind feels. And when you're ready, slowly open the eyes and we'll come into a seated position. So you might be sitting at your desk and you might like to just sit at your chair. That might be comfortable for you. Or if you're like me, you might want to cross your legs. You can sit on a cushion or whatever feels good. We'll do a little bit more breathing. And breathing is a really important aspect of yoga. And the wonderful thing about the breath is that when you're feeling really stressed out, your breath is high, short, shallow, up in the chest. When you're feeling relaxed, it's almost as though the breath is deeper. And sometimes when we're feeling really stressed out, we can't control our minds at all. It seems almost impossible. The anxiety or the concern almost takes over. But what we can do is, instead of worrying about the mind or trying to control the mind, we can simply focus on the breath. And what happens is the mind follows the breath. It calms down. So you can close the eyes down, bring the hands onto the belly. And as you inhale, I'd like you to focus on expanding the belly. And as you exhale, draw the belly back in. So it might feel a little different to how you're used to breathing. Inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, draw the belly in. And continue to breathe like that. You might find that by constricting the back of the throat a little, you can control and deepen your breath. This is called Ujjayi breath, when you constrict the back of the throat. And once you feel as though you can sense your breath is filling up towards your belly, I'd like you to take your hands to the sides of your ribs. And as you inhale, breathe into the belly, and then breathe into the side ribs. You'll start to feel the side ribs expand into your hands. And as you exhale, let the ribs draw in and let the belly draw in. So continue to do that. Inhale, expand belly. Expand the ribs. Exhale, draw it all the way back in. A few more rounds like this. Inhale, expand belly. Expand ribs. Exhale, draw it all the way back in. Now, bring the hands onto the collarbones, but continue breathing belly, expand side ribs, and draw it high up, the breath into the collarbones. Exhale, let the collarbones drop. Let the rib cage draw in. Let the belly draw in. Inhaling, belly, ribs, collarbones. Exhale, collarbones, ribs, and belly. Continue on like this. This is called the 3-part breath, the yogic breathing technique. And you can almost imagine the breath is filling you up like a jug of water from the bottom up and emptying you from the top down. 2 more full breaths like this. Inhaling, expanding the belly, ribs, all the way high up into the collarbones. Let's hold it at the top. Exhale down, collarbones, ribs, and belly. Another round. Inhale, belly, ribs expand, collarbones high up into the chest, maybe a little more into the throat. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, release, collarbones, ribs, belly. And then soften. Let's release the hands. And notice that perhaps the breath is a little deeper. The beautiful thing about our bodies is that we learn so quickly. So the more you can deepen your breath, the more it becomes a habit. And the more this becomes a habit for your breathing, the more your mind will start to calm. And you can find this in your daily life. You can do that simple exercise for just a couple of minutes in a stressful moment. So with your eyes still closed, you can take your palms maybe to face down and continue to focus on the breath and watch the breath at the very tip of the nostrils. Feel the breath as it passes over the nostrils. All of your awareness is focused just on this one tiny spot in the body. And as you focus all of your awareness on this one spot at the very tip of the nostrils, you start to notice its subtleties. So focus now completely on the inhalation. Simply noticing the temperature of the inhale, the depth and length of the inhalation, maybe how that inhalation makes you feel. The body is a little engaged. There's a vibrancy on the inhale. You're drawing in. There's a freshness. Focus completely on every inhale, almost as though the mind is excited to wait for that one moment you can focus. And now move your awareness consciously to your exhalation. And notice the difference of how the breath feels as you exhale. The warmth in the breath. Notice without judging the length, the depth. And sense, feel what that exhalation does within your body. It's almost as though there is a release. The body can soften. You can let go of any tensions just in that exhale. Complete focus on your exhalation. And now let go of the exhale and we bring our awareness to an aspect of the breath that's even more subtle. That space between the exhale and the inhale. There is a gap between breaths. And watch that spaciousness. And you can start to feel that gap, that moment of stillness in the breath. And how that space in the breath is almost pointing towards a spaciousness, a stillness, a silence that resides within you. And that is yours, that is your birthright. And you can connect into this space whenever you want to. Just by stopping, just by watching your breath. Now relax the focused awareness on that subtle aspect of the breath, and with eyes closed, sense your body, your mind, your breath as a whole, sitting here in meditation. And notice the attitude of the mind, notice how you feel. And when you're ready, with eyes closed, bring the hands to touch. Rub the palms together, feeling the heat of the light in the palms of your hands. And then cup the eyes with the palms. And take 3 breaths here. In the nose, out of the mouth. Do that again. In the nose, out of the mouth. Waking the body up with the breath. 1 more round. Inhale. Exhale. Wipe the hands up the face, down the shoulders. Bring the palms to prayer. And I'll seal this practice with 1 round of Om. If you're not into chanting, that's fine. Just listen in. If you want to join in with me, you guys in the room who are here with me, let's do it. Inhale in the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, 1 round of Om. Bow the head to the heart and send yourself some gratitude. Thank yourself for showing up to this practice. You could have been doing many other things and you chose to look after yourself. Acknowledge that, it's important. And then very gently open up the eyes. And we're back. Thank you all so much for joining me. It has been such an honor to work with everyone here, and I hope that you can use this practice throughout your day. It will be, I know, on my YouTube channel, which is The Light Collective. I'll be sharing this with everyone. It will also be on my page, which is The Light Collective on Facebook, and you can look me up on Instagram as well. I'm under Cyan Pascal, and also the business is The Light Collective. So if you have any questions about this practice, you'd like to know more about what it is that we're doing, how we're teaching, our workshops, our retreats, feel free to just send me a message or look us up, our website. It's been such a pleasure. I hope this has an impact on your day. If you have any questions while you're online now, I'm totally happy to answer questions or, say hi to people. Otherwise, thanks so much and have a beautiful rest of the day.